There's nothing more frustrating than coming out to mow or use your piece of equipment and realizing your tire is stone flat. You can see this one's got a pretty good plug in here. I ran over some fence wire, but it still leaks air. So if you want to see how to fix this tire so it'll never leak again in less than 5 minutes, stick around and I'll show you how. So the first step is going to be to remove the valve core. You can find these tools all over, these little cross things. This end here takes the core out. This, I don't know, chases threads and taps them. I don't know, I never use them except for this end. Or you can get the cool screwdriver kind that just has the same end on it for removing the core. You stick that inside the valve stem, back the core out of the stem, and then just let the air out of the tire. Now if you had something bigger like a skid steer or a tractor or something you were worried about the tire coming off the bead, you'd want to put a jack under the frame first and support it. I'm not worried about this mower tire coming off, so clearly we just dump the air as is. I also should have mentioned there is a tool that comes in here. I don't know if it comes in all the packs. It's a valve stem cap that has the core remover on the other end. That comes with the kit. So if you don't have either of those tools, this might be a viable option for you. Then you simply take the nozzle thing here and screw it on the valve stem. So then we take our pouch, get it all mixed up, get that Kevlar, whatever else is in there, all that good stuff mixed up, and suspended in the fluid, and just dump it in here. I'm not used to pouring these little things. I usually buy the gallon jugs at work. So once your plunger is full, you just shoot it in there. Pull it back out. Get the rest of the product in there. I want to say these were 10 ounces, but I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I bought these things and I just haven't had the time to actually install it in the tire. Alright, it's all in there. The plunger again. And I like to kind of pull back and do that a couple times, try and really clear that tube out if I can. Once you're done with that, simply twist it off. Get your little valve core, put it on your tool, whether it's the cap, this thing, that other cross I showed you, and put it back in. Now just add air and your repair is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and put maybe 10 PSI in here. Sure. Now the very last step is, now that I have put the fluid in, filled the tire up, I gotta go drive it around. Get that solution all spread around the inside of the tire, whether it's leaking here or at the bead. I don't know where it's leaking. Maybe there's another nail somewhere. You gotta get that stuff spread everywhere, so that way it can start to ooze out wherever the leak is, and that Kevlar and other magic bits will plug the hole up. It's that easy. So as I mentioned before, this stuff is completely water soluble. I just fill the plunger syringe deal up completely full of water when I'm done, and then just blast it out. Do that 3 or 4 times and you can keep using this thing for years. And then when it comes time to dismount that tire, put a new tire on, what have you, you just hose it out. You hose the wheel off and it's like it never happened. I've never dealt with a tire sealant product that was so easy to clean up after the fact. And just like that, it's fixed. Finished my drive around the yard. It's all sealed up and I'm done. Well, not quite. I've got 2 more bags. Can you guess what they're for? This This right here is a product I use to fix virtually all the flat tires I encounter. Most tires you encounter will take 10 ounces. Gator tires, golf carts even less, zero turn, rider mowers, you know, that kind of stuff. Skid steer, all those. Unless you got the really big skid steer tires, you might need 2 of these suckers. But typically you're talking 10 ounces for a tire and you're good to go. I've never not had this stuff work. They've got their little cheesy comparison chart. And I've done every one of these. Dry rot, bead leaks, sidewall, tread punctures. It's surprisingly good at sealing sidewall, which is what I can't believe. I've had some tires that looked like they would never hold air. The sidewall is just dry rot and cracked like crazy. My second favorite thing about this is it's water soluble. So once you're done with it, you're putting new tires on, what have you, all you gotta do is get the hose out, rinse off the rim, and it all washes away. It's non-corrosive. It will not eat your rim. It's got Kevlar and little magic bits floating in there that make it work. And if you're used to slime, this stuff is way more watery. You can hear it sloshing in there. No comparison to slime. Forget that garbage. Anymore, this is about my go-to, unless I can see a nail or a screw obviously sticking out of the tire. I throw Tireject in it and move on with my life because the tire is fixed and there's no going back to deal with it later. I suppose I should add, I have never used this to fix on-road tires, truck tires, car tires, whatever. Have not done it. I know they make one for vehicles. I've never done that. I've done, like I said, gators, golf carts, skid steers, hay racks, tractors, bunch of off-road stuff, and I absolutely love it. Cannot say enough good stuff about it. On-road, I don't see why it'd be any different.